I have always struggled as a business coach, as an employee, as a leader in organizations, wondering why we don't train our people more. It's always been one of those things that's just always confused me as an individual. That there are businesses out there that will look and see a problem that we need solved, and their first thing they do is like, we need to hire more, rather than taking a strategic approach to this thing and saying, okay, maybe we could train our folks. And that's what's happening with generative AI right now. With and I'm going to use AI for short on that because I'm going to keep messing up generative. I already know that. But with AI training that folks want, employees want to be trained on it. They understand that this is going to be a tool going forward. And as far as I'm concerned, this is really no different than when Microsoft Office came out and took over the landscape. That as new features within Office came out, that folks wanted training on it so they could be better. We used to do slides by hand, folks. They used to be an overhead projector many moons ago, and now we use slideshow off of PowerPoint, right? So that's what I'm just saying. Like, there's training there. Now this is obviously different, but it's not. It's still the same principle. So let's get into this here. Again, for those that don't know, I am a business coach that works out of West Michigan around the country, and I hope to earn your subscription today. I share information I share with my clients. That's what we're doing here. This is going to be going out to all my clients because one of the things I'm going to recommend to them is that, hey, before you hire, let's take a look at your employees and see who we can train on these things. All right. And later, I'm going to explain exactly why that is my advice that I give to my clients. Okay. All right, so this is from CIO Dive. Link's going to be in the description, so be sure to go check them out. Enterprise efforts to adopt technology hinge on sufficient know-how, prompting businesses to turn inward. See, people volunteering to get trained right here. Look at them. You're going to get trained, and so are you. Again, here's the brief on this. There's a talent gap. We know with AI, there's learning how to write prompts is going to be a skill all into its own. I practice every single day when I'm coming here live as far as working on my thumbnails. It's one of the things that I use Grok for, is just to practice and change around my thumbnails, have them look differently. Now, nearly 2/3 of executives said a lack of in-house skills is threatening their generative, AI rollouts. Nearly all leaders perceive AI as a transformative technology for their industries. And the reason that they say that is also the fact that they see the magic that happens with it without really understanding what goes on behind the scenes of what it requires. AI is absolutely going to help. Again, the large language models that we use right now are great. They help smooth things out. How they're going to be transformative is going to be, we still got 5 years until we figure out really what that's going to be. We have some good ideas though right now. Now, despite C-suite concerns, more than 4 in 5 workers said they sufficiently understand generative AI technology, with 94% of employees expressing confidence they can develop the skills their organization needs. And I love that. I love the fact that people say, hey, I got this and I can figure it out. What a difference in mentality than we had when computers, desktops landed on people's, started showing up. And as the internet and more technology became the thing, all we've gotten, again, from the folks that are my age and older, is I don't know, I don't understand it, I can't figure it out, I'm not going to. We've crossed that divide now with folks that are saying, yo, throw it at me, I'll figure it out, give me some training, we got this, which I love hearing. That's great. To combat the mismatch between available skills and the know-how needed to adopt AI, leaders are turning to upskilling efforts, right? Upskilling, retraining, same thing. Accenture deployed reskilling as, good Lord, how many different... HR, stop changing names. Just, it's retraining. It's been retraining for 150 years. Just stop. Again, anyways, Accenture deployed reskilling as part of a broader overhaul of its marketing communications department. Yeah, they had to, setting up a structured training program to help employees collaborate with AI agents. The effort helped the unit improve its external brand value by 25%. And trimmed manual tasks by nearly 1/3. That's the big one. Thank goodness they can get rid of those things. We have improved speed to market in the range of 25 to 55%, the company said. Now, one of the things I would look at, and I would love to know how they're measuring brand value. Like that's interesting to me. How did that actually improve, and what are they using the metrics for that? I mean, they don't say, so we got to take them at their word. And I'm not saying they're lying. I just don't know how to measure that and then use that information for my clients. Now, Accenture expanded its data and AI workforce to 57,000 practitioners last year. Woo! And CEO and Chair Julie Sweet said the company's Q4 2024 earnings call in September. AI upskilling efforts help boost training hours to 44 million across 44 million hours of training. Goodness. Up 10% year over year. The company plans to expand its AI talent pool to 80,000 practitioners by the end of its 2026 fiscal year. So what I want you to do, anyone that's freaking out and saying, oh my gosh, this is the thing, remove AI practitioners and insert Microsoft Office users. Okay, that's all that's happening here, folks. They're just getting trained on it so they can use it as part of their job description that they need to be able to utilize AI. Okay, that's it. That's which is great though. I mean, again, that's what you want to have. It's proven the benefits that you get from this stuff. So why would you not want to have that, right? All right, and with my clients, that's one thing where I'm working with them consistently on is, all right, what can we do to remove the mundane tasks and the boring ones and have AI do those things. So that way we can have people that we're paying, like real humans, use their gray matter for stuff that they enjoy using their gray matter for, not populating a spreadsheet, right? That type of stuff. And AI agents definitely have that ability. It's pretty interesting once you get running with them, especially on the project side on like ChatGTP. That's a whole other video to put out there. Now excuse me, sorry about that. The rush to acquire AI-savvy talent can be attributed in part to the technology's transformative power and its potential for value creation, according to Sarah Elk, leader of Bain & Company's AI Insights and Solutions practice. I love the consultancies that just pop up about this. That's so great. The demand is, I think, a bit it is not unprecedented. I will go back to that. Not at all. Ask Michael Dell about the PC world and how Dell computers came around. This isn't unprecedented. It's just been a minute. It's been 25 years, but it's not unprecedented. I think training is an important aspect of upskilling, but we also need to consider apprenticeship and team-based learning, having exposure to gain new experiences in addition to what might have been traditional classroom or online equivalent. And again, go check this out. Links in the description. So when I'm working with my clients on this, particularly under this AI, it is all team-based. We are going all in on team-based because when one, you need to be able to have people kind of over your shoulder watching, but also going through the process here. You want to get multiple ideas on, hey, what happens if we change our prompt to this instead of that? You want to get multiple inputs on there so folks can get comfortable for it in real time and realize that if they make a mistake, you just go back in history, update it, and rerun it again. You can do those things. And the other side is that when this is such a different way of doing things when it comes to AI and understanding those prompts and how to write them and really the depth and breadth that you need to be able to have. You can use 3 sentences and get something. You can do 40 or a lot more and get even better result, much more nuanced. And just understanding the differences there and going through, it's intimidating for everyone, but especially if you are not as, let's say you know how to maneuver your way around a computer and you feel comfortable there, but you may not be as comfortable in your writing skills. So this is something we're also going to see is that those individuals, again, with my clients, we are going back in time and asking folks where they're at on their, how well they are with their grammar, how well can they describe things. And that's part of the coaching that we're having as well. So they understand those things. With this, if you aren't actively training your folks, and that's really the crux of this thing, is you should not be looking to an external, for the most part. You want to hire someone in who's got the skill set that can be there to train, be the team lead and train. Great. Love that for you. Let's do that. But your staff is more than capable of learning these things, and they want to do it. Almost everybody wants to learn these things. And for the folks that don't, they're actively choosing to continue to use an abacus instead of a calculator. These are the same folks that are willing to write out spreadsheets by hand instead of using Excel. Okay? That's what we're talking about here. It is that much of a leap that we're asking them to do, but it's a very scalable leap. It's very easy to get into this and be successful at it. So yeah, business owners, hey, train your folks, spend the money. This is where you want to spend your money at. You're going to get the return on investment is almost instantaneous for when folks are learning this. I cannot overstate this. It's in the article. It's every article you read. But if you've used this and you've used your again, if you pay for ChatGTP, the first tier pay for, where you have access to projects, you can have it do all of your mundane tasks, all of the stuff that you would normally go in data collection and input. That into itself is going to reduce your error rates. It's going to free up time for you to do other stuff. And that's what I mean. That is a multiplier effect that's exponential in the way that you can now have your people be more effective and more efficient, which is ultimately going to allow you to give you the freedom to, okay, how can we keep them fed to produce more and then be able to hire other folks too. So anyways, that's what we're looking at with my clients here. Again, I appreciate everybody who stopped by. Again, if you'd like to learn more about how I help businesses grow faster than I ever thought possible, be sure to check out Summit